As a 4-H certified volunteer leader and a vital member of the Kentucky 4-H Youth Development Program team, your volunteer contribution plays a crucial role in the positive growth and development of youth within your county's 4-H animal science program. Central to this mission of positive youth development is teaching skills and knowledge related to the animal and animal industry, but also including life skills and character development, which encompasses values such as ethics and sportsmanship. Ethics serve as the guiding principles of moral conduct that shape our actions and interactions. Ethical behavior is characterized by adherence to established rules and alignment within the social norms within a specific culture. Within the 4-H context, certain expectations exist, and these ethical standards encompass adherence to explicitly stated rules. However, there are also unspoken norms that form an integral part of the expectations associated with being part of the 4-H program as a whole. Ethical matters are rarely straightforward. While some actions are evidently unethical or ethical, there often exists a gray area where interpretation and judgment play a significant role. When discussing the 4-H animal science programs, it's crucial to inquire, what influences these regulations? Many of these rules are shaped by external factors, including university standards, safety protocols, and precautionary measures. Here are a few examples. The University of Kentucky, given our audience of children, prioritizes safety as a key driver of our rules. We also uphold financial accountability and responsibility. County programs draw from the insights of extension boards, county advisory councils, fair boards, and animal science committees. The Kentucky Department of Agriculture, particularly in its role with fairs and promotions and the Kentucky State Fair, establishes regulations and guidelines for animal exhibitions. The FDA and Kentucky Department of Agriculture enforce ethical treatment of animals and guidelines related to food supply. Unfortunately, some rules have emerged in response to past issues. It's challenging to foresee all the ways people might seek competitive advantages, and when unexpected situations arise, we react by crafting new rules to prevent similar incidences in the future. Let's dig a little deeper for a moment. Understanding the purpose and rules from an ethics perspective is vital, especially when working with children in our program. It helps clarify why they might face penalties or specific requirements in competitions and club meetings. Ethical considerations often play a role in fostering good sportsmanship. Knowing the reasoning behind decisions can make it easier to be a gracious participant. So how do we instill ethical behavior in kids? First, it's widely agreed that ethical behavior is learned, not genetic. It's not something we can force upon someone. We can encourage, teach, and model ethical conduct, but ultimately the choice rests within the individual. Now here's a personal question for each of you. What motivates you to be a volunteer leader? Your influence can shape the lives of many young people with lasting effects. Ensuring kids learn ethical behavior is a crucial task in our role as mentors and leaders. What are some ways we can achieve this? Setting priorities and goals. Emphasize to the youth that winning isn't the sole focus. Discuss goals and redirect their attention towards controllable objectives that they can work on. Winning is motivating, but it's often out of our control. Teaching trust. Maintain their trust by demonstrating ethical behavior yourself. Kids observe and emulate, so being a role model is essential. Attitude matters. Avoid blaming judges or distracting from the integrity of the competitions. Focus on the journey, growth, the learning process, regardless of the ribbon's color. Seeing the big picture. Help kids understand that competitions are about personal growth and building desirable character traits. Winning is a bonus, but not the sole measure of success. Rules and guidelines. Always follow the rules and guidelines for a project or activity. Not following rules is unethical, and understanding the rules enhances the experience. Animal welfare. Prioritize the welfare of animals over personal desires and goals. Think about the bigger picture, like safety and well-being, especially in challenging times. Fraud and legality. Consider the legality and ethics of your actions. don't underestimate the significance of your decisions, even in a youth competition context. Transparency and accountability. Ask yourself if you'd be comfortable with everyone knowing about your actions. Remember that integrity in competition is crucial. Commitment to the process. Focus on the process rather than the end result. The competition should be a celebration of your efforts, not the sole goal. If you have any questions about the rules interpretation, concerns, or issues with a 4-H member or family member, talk with your county 4-H extension agent immediately. They are there to help. Ethical considerations often play a role in fostering good sportsmanship. Sportsmanship is fair play, respect for opponents, and gracious behavior in winning and losing. Sportsmanship takes ethics into a competitive realm. We can remain ethical yet fail to be a good sport. However, it's impossible to exhibit good sportsmanship without being ethical. In essence, sportsmanship takes ethics to a new level. Competition can bring about a myriad of issues. Positively, sportsmanship can provide motivation and goals to work toward. However, when winning becomes the most important part of competition, it no longer serves as a positive educational tool. The emphasis of competition should be on learning and growing, rather than on winning. When opponents belittle each other or attempt to gain some sort of illegal advantage, the good that may come from competition is lost, as ethics and sportsmanship are forgotten. The value of competition lies in the integrity of its participants. If someone decides that winning is more important than anything else and cheats, the entire competition becomes useless because it is no longer a tool that can be used to accurately assess the participants. Understanding sportsmanship is essential to modeling sportsmanlike behavior. At the most basic level, sportsmanship consists of following the rules and holding high expectations, not for success, but for ethics. Sportsmanship involves attitude. Attitude is one thing that no matter the results of the competition, the judge's decision, or the behavior of our competitors, we have ultimate control over. However, attitude can be contagious. Having a positive attitude around people with a negative outlook is difficult. But when one person exhibits poor attitude amongst teammates, coaches, family, and friends who are positive, upbeat, and encouraging, they find it difficult to maintain that attitude. As an adult youth leader, the attitude you choose to display can have an enormous effect on the rest of your group. The final component of sportsmanship is attainable for those who possess a level of maturity. It is the ability to see past one's own needs to help others. It is honesty regardless of the outcome. It is admitting fault, even when it might have otherwise gone unnoticed. It is sacrificing the possibility of personal success for the enrichment of others. This approach is not easy. These people reap their rewards in the satisfaction that they did their best during the parts they could control and let the rest take care of itself. To maintain the notion that sportsmanship is important, the leader must set high expectations for the group and refuse to tolerate unsportsmanlike behavior. Above all else, the leader must set an example of what sportsmanship should look like. Leaders of youth groups must shoulder a great deal of responsibility when teaching young people. However, there is also great reward in knowing that your actions will have a lasting impact on the lives of others. Make sure that impact is positive.